Hello.
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 Good afternoon.
So we are here with our weekend water.
Yeah, man. It's okay. This is stayfhomekins. I'm Paul F. Tompkins.
I'm Janie Haddad Tompkins.
I'm a comedian.
I'm an actress.
We're a married couple living in Los Angeles. This is our after dinner podcast that comes out sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, okay, so we're sort of slowing our rollouts. You know how people say slow your rollouts?
Yeah, all the time.
Hey, slow your rollouts.
Hey, sir, I'd advise you to slow your rollout.
Slow your rollout.
Kids.
Hey, brah.
Slow your rollouts.
Hey, brah. Slow your roll out.
Hey, grandma. You better slow your roll
You better
out.
slow your roll out. Anyway, we're slowing our rollouts. Here's the thing. I was telling Paul if show business goes on strike at the end of October, that we might have to do more show. What's the name of the show? Stayfhomekins.
That's right. If we get hit with the Yahtzee variant.
The Yahtzee. Oh, wait. So there's a union called Yahtzee. You call it Yahtzee?
For fun.
Oh, okay.
It's right there. Why not say Yahtzee?
It's called a Yahtzee.
Yahtzee.
Yahtzee. So the union Yahtzee, they do everything and they don't get anything. And so they're going on like a strike.
Very well and concisely put.
I was like, okay, so if they go on strike, we might have to do more stayfhomekinses.
Yeah, Yahtzee is the crew. And when the crew is not there, nothing happens.
They're the crew and the artisans.
Yeah.
Both behind the scenes.
Exactly. They're the people that they are responsible for the shows. Like one of the things my mom used to say after I got into show business and she seemed tangentially interested was that she would watch the credits to movies.
Mm-hmm,
When she went to the movies, she'd watch all the credits because they all have families too, is what she used to say. Yeah, right?
Hey.
But she would always say to me, I can't believe how many people it takes to put
so
something
many
together.
people. It's so many people.
Yeah.
Okay, I know this isn't like an important demand for Yahtzee, but just for real, like personally, I think you should also tell those streamers to play the credits because I fucking hate it. When the credits get interrupted by the start of the next streaming
I think that's a setting, though. I think we can turn that off.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
That shouldn't even... Ugh.
No, it shouldn't be.
Anyway, that's
not... It's also making us worse.
That's not what they're asking.
But just like, the other one started, I guess I'll watch it.
It's not what they're asking for, but I'm just saying that should be like thrown in there.
But that is a good indication of how poorly they were treated.
Anyway, so who knows what the fall and winter will bring for stayfhomekins. We have some exciting news.
Yes, we do. Which we're gonna. It's a tease, and we're gonna give it after. We're gonna give it in the second segment.
Oh, we are.
So you gotta listen to the whole thing.
Oh man.
Yeah. Right. This is how it's done, honey. This is how it's done.
Okay. But I do want to say it's for the listeners. That's all I want to say.
Yeah.
It's for the listeners.
That's a good way to put it. For the listeners.
It's not like, I won the Mega Millions. I did not win I bought a Mega Millions.
Also, if we do, we're not announcing it.
No, in California, they tell...
Well, then they can look it up.
I hate that. Like, here's the thing. If I won the Mega Millions in California or the Powerball, I play them both on occasion. I don't like that they can tell who the winner is.
Yeah.
In
some states, they don't.
Some states, they don't tell.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of cooler.
Yeah, you don't have people crawling out of the woodwork. Hey, man. Can you invest in my bar?
Hey, man.
I'm starting cupcake vending machines. I'm going to do one with full-size cakes.
Actually, I would invest in that because that sounds really clever.
I would certainly invest in the machine itself and get a cake out of that.
So here we are. It's the beginning of fall.
Which means...
Halloweeny.
Spooky season has begun.
Halloweeny. I like to play the YouTube Autumn Cozy channel. Mm-hmm. That's sort of my thing.
But we watch scary movies and scary shows.
Yeah.
And tonight the recording as you're listening to this,
Paul can't wait.
I can't wait to watch Midnight Mass.
He's going to make us watch Midnight Mass on Netflix after.
Make us. Mike Flanagan, the whole team that
I'm ready to see it.
The Hauntings of Hill House and Bly Manor. My favorite. That's my Ted Lasso.
Are we allowed to?
Everybody's hot, everybody's haunted, and everybody gets a speech.
We did watch the Emmys, speaking of Ted Lasso. I'm going to watch Ted Lasso. I've been sort of like told.
No, we have to. But here's the thing. We have to stop doing this to each other. Do you know what I mean?
Which is what?
We have to stop taking on this burden of watching a thing because everybody else has told you have to watch it. You have to give it time. No, time is finite.
Okay, but now that the Emmys said it was the best comedy of the year, doesn't that mean if I want to be a part of the conversation, don't I have to watch it?
But there's not a singular conversation anymore. There's millions of conversations.
Okay.
You don't have to be part of the Ted Lasso conversation. If you don't want to be, you know what I mean?
I've watched 3 now. I will continue to do the forcing of trying it.
Why?
Because I've been told that it's going to like change something in my life or something.
I've seen all of it. It's not going to change anything in your life.
They're like, it's so like, it makes you feel good about people. And I'm like, no, it can't. See, not for me right now.
And this is not, I'm not trying to shit on the show.
Okay.
It does not, it did not have that effect on me. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, it's fine. I think it's fine, you know, but there's like a weird hyping elevation of this show to like, this show's going to save mankind. And it's like, no, it's not. It's fine. If people are getting that out of it, that's fine. But if you're not getting that out of it, that doesn't mean that you're missing something. It just means you're not having the same reaction to this TV show.
I was sort of like, okay, sure. I liked Sex and the City. Mm-hmm. It was a thing of its time. Mm-hmm. Like it was important at the time. And people kind of made fun of the writing. You know what I mean? Like it was like, oh, you don't go to Napa, you take a Napa. Yeah. And people kind of made fun of the writing. And now I'm watching the Ted Lasso and I'm like, okay, he has to go to Nigeria and he's like, we got to Nigerium him up or whatever. And I was like, all right, okay. I mean, I liked Sex in the City.
Yeah.
And I put up with Take a Napa. Mm-hmm. But then everyone's like, no, that's his character. He makes he's not good at making jokes. And I was like, oh, he's this comedy that won Best Comedy has the main character. Okay, fine. I'm going to go. People are losing their minds right now listening to me try to force myself through Ted Lasso.
I don't
sorry.
think they are. I'm sorry. Saying
because I get that it's good.
You don't have to do this.
I think
whether it's good to other people or not doesn't mean that you have to like. I've tried that with other shows where people told me you have to see this or if you get through the first season it's good, you know, all that kind of thing. And then after a while I stopped doing it because it wasn't working on me.
But then someone told me I had to watch Parks and Recs and they were like, but then full on skip the first season. And I was like, no, I'm not going to watch a show that I had to skip that. Yeah. I'm not going to watch that.
Yeah.
Okay, keep going. What
also,
were you saying?
Parks and Rec.
Okay, fine, but I never watched it, so I don't understand why can't it be Parks and Rec?
You've never watched it, but you do, because no one refers to it as that except you.
How do you know that?
Because
is this like how...
You know what? That's fair enough. There might be people out there that I've never met that are calling it Parks and Rec.
Is this how like my mom will never learn to say espresso and she will only say espresso?
But she doesn't say escape, does she?
No, but she says espresso, and I'm like, no, it's espresso.
Right.
Is that like how I say Parks and Recs is espresso?
It's similar to that. Here's the thing. It's Parks and Recreation.
Parks and Recs.
Not Parks and Recreations.
Why not?
Hey, call the Park Service and ask them.
What were you going to say? You're going to, whoa, my microphone. Whoa.
Tighten up your joiners. What is the word I'm looking for? No, it's not that one. It's
the microphone just sunk like it was like a person.
Do you think it's spooky? It sunk like it was a person. But no, you make sure, angle it so it's pointed at your mouth.
At my mouth.
Here's the thing. So I had a show on Monday.
My mouth.
I had a show on Monday, but you want to be talking directly into it.
Am I not doing it?
You're sort of talking over it.
Fuck.
Do you want me to do it?
Yeah.
I love to do it for you.
Yay.
All right.
It's tight. I don't get
That's
it.
tight.
That was tight too.
That's tight. Okay.
Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you.
You're pretty little.
God. All right, let's talk about your show on Monday.
So I had a show on Monday, and I've been doing podcasts for so long that I forgot how to talk into a microphone on stage. And so my musical director, Jordan Katz, would have to tell me to get closer to the microphone. It was wild. Like just a regular old Shure 58. That's what they're called. Ball microphone. Honey, good one. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I was out of practice doing that.
So let's talk about your show for a second.
Sure.
First of all, so guys, Paul had his Varietopia variety show, the best show in the world, on Monday night in Los Angeles at Lodge Room.
Great venue in Highland Park.
It was a terrific show. So many people are asking me, this is why I'm bringing it up on the podcast. Well, I don't live in LA or I don't, whatever. I want to see this, So, but there is a plan to try to offer the show.
Yes.
Am I right? I just wanted to let the fans know.
Because people are asking me too.
Okay.
We did a live stream test where we just shared a link with some people that we knew so they could tell us what it looked like, what it sounded like, and everything. There was not.
It didn't go well.
It didn't go. It wasn't
not bad,
but it was not good enough. It was not good enough.
It wasn't good enough to like be like, hey, you're gonna buy a ticket and live stream a show when it would be better after the fact without like bumps and glitches.
Well, that's what we're doing. We're just going to record the show and then 2 days afterwards release it online
and
so people can see
a hope that, and then it'll be up for a little while, not forever.
Yeah, we haven't worked out all the details, but we are working on trying to make this happen. We have to see if it's it makes sense money-wise, if we have the budget for it.
Right, because it costs money to do this.
Yes, it does.
Yes.
We have to pay people to do all this stuff and put it together and all that. So,
and it's an online experience, so you don't want to like charge people like a crazy,
we want to make sure that it's good. We want it
accessible.
We want it to be so that people feel like they're there, like it's not going to be cuts to the audience and shit like that. We want it to feel like the live experience as much as possible. So we're trying to figure out how that's going to happen. I am confident that we can make it work. And our next show is in November. So we have a lot of time to figure it out. So,
but this first show will be the first test of it, right? That one is going to be the wish is that the first show will be made available.
The first show will not be made available.
It will not.
We'll probably use clips and stuff like that to help promote the show.
I didn't know that.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
That one, it just like there were too many sound issues and stuff like that. Looks great. Looks absolutely fantastic, but the sound was not quite up to snuff.
Some of the clips, I thought the sound was, they can't fix some of that or whatever.
No,
I don't
unfortunately,
understand.
no.
Okay.
No. Not to get into the technical weeds of it, but that was unfortunately not the case. So we do have some figuring out to do, but I'm confident we can make it work.
And the hope too is, and I was saying also for if anyone's hearing impaired, that hopefully closed captions will be an option.
Yeah.
Because my mom's hearing impaired, and like I know enough people that would be.
We want to figure out how to embed them. I mean, that
to be like accessible.
That might add to the time that it takes to get the show out, but maybe not. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Because we'd have to get a transcript of the show and then, have that added.
But my guess is there are actual, and I don't know, but there's software out there that helps speed that up.
Yes, we just don't want it to be like TV captions, like the news, where it's not something's happening live and then somebody's just scrambling as fast as they can.
No. But I mean, or they're getting words wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
But I mean, like I would think like 80% of it could be done, I would think, from some kind of software.
I hope so. We'll find out.
There's people who know how to do stuff like
That's
that are kind of looking into things for you.
Yes.
So anyway, I just wanted people to know, because I've been getting a lot of like, I don't live in LA, or even the people that live in LA are like, can you get me a ticket? And I'm like, it's COVID. I only get one ticket. How am I supposed to get you a ticket when I only get one?
Yeah. And it's also, there's a lot of people involved in the show. There's not a lot of comps. This can't be interesting to anyone.
Well, I thought it would be wise to put it out there.
Yes, absolutely. I meant like getting into the minutia of comps.
But what I want people to understand is that I don't own Lodge Room. That's the first time I've seen a show at Lodge Room was Monday night. Mm-hmm. They seem wonderful there.
Yeah, absolutely.
So any questions that you have about the show, I think Lodge Room would be happy to answer the questions, is my point. Because
this is a message to people that have been messaging you.
Well, yeah, like your tickets went on sale live this morning at 10 a.m. And I was on a phone call. And at 10:10, I was getting text messages about, can you get me a ticket to the show because it's already sold out? And I was like, well, first of all, I'm on a phone call. Second of all, I don't know. No, I can't get you tickets if it's sold out. Third of all, Lodge Room didn't post the ticket link until like 10:11 or something. They were supposed to go live at 10 a.m. and I guess they went live at 10:07 or something like that.
Yeah.
And then people were already like, it's sold out. And I was like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, some people did come to your show Monday night without a ticket.
Yeah.
And they were able to get in.
Yeah.
Because of no shows, you know.
Yeah.
Or what have you.
That's right.
So they just waited and stand like a waiting line or whatever.
And I believe Lodge Room also releases some seats day of, or some tickets, I should say, not necessarily seats. But the general admission is already sold out.
Because it's a hybrid. It's a seated standing show. It's a hybrid. And if you want a seat, it's first come, first serve. So if you want a seat, you have to get in the line before the doors open.
Yes.
That's how it works.
Correct.
Okay. Guess what? Everyone knows is up to speed, I think. I hope, right? The show was great.
Thank you, honey.
I thought that one was going to be available. That one was so good.
I thought so too, but it's not. It's unfortunately not good enough to. We tried and we couldn't get it to where it needed to be.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Yeah. So guess what? You get some of those clips for free. How about that?
Oh, that'll be good.
Yeah.
They'll be like little advertisements.
That's right, Annie. But it was a fun show. It was my first time back on stage since quarantine. It was my first time
doing stand-up.
Doing a variety show since 2014. And my first time doing stand-up in years. Yeah.
Wait, so the last variety show you did was in 2014?
That's correct.
You didn't do any after that anywhere? Like not even Bell House or anything?
No. Just improv shows.
Okay, so
the closest thing I did was John Hodgman and I did a show at Sketchfest in this speakeasy location where we did, comedy and then we did some songs. And that was it. That was the closest.
And then you did Hogs the Covers where you just did a bunch of covers.
Yeah, a music show, yeah.
And there wasn't really comedy in it, but there's always a little comedy in it. Some of the cover
banter, sure,
but also just because on some of the stuff you did was a little comedic, even in the songs. There were like little cute little quirks and nods.
Yes, but it wasn't supposed to be like comedy necessarily. I would say you could be amused by it, but please don't laugh.
Oh, right, but I mean, but there was it was like light comedy. I would call that light comedy.
Okay.
Wouldn't you?
I guess I'm not sure specifically what you're referring to.
Just like kind of musical, like jokes a little. Like the way that you arranged the songs or like presented the songs. They weren't always like a straightforward.
No, it wasn't like they weren't like faithful covers necessarily. But they weren't supposed to be funny. They're just supposed to be good.
No, they were good. So wait, so like.
I feel like we're not on the same page.
I just feel like, okay. When you're like, oh, the queen of country music. And then you...
Right.
Okay, so to me, that's like a comedic...
That's a joke, yes, absolutely.
Okay, so I'm not crazy.
To me, it sounded like you were saying the songs were funny. That there was comedy in the songs. That was an introduction to a song. That's all I'm saying.
And then you presented the music in a way that was off the beaten path.
Yes, I agree. I'm not saying that's not true.
I feel
No, I'm just
crazy.
No, you're not crazy. I am only disputing that I did not intend for the song and the arrangement to be funny. I intended it to be, obviously it's different than what you expect, but it's supposed to be just like good. Here's the song. We did Queen's Somebody to Love, and we did a country arrangement of it. And to me, what is interesting about that, and I see where it's funny, but to me, what's interesting about it is that song works very well as a country song.
Yes, it was.
As opposed to like, somebody with a ukulele doing "Fuck the Police" or something. You know what I mean?
Somebody did that.
We saw it one time.
We did? Mm-hmm. Did I block it out?
You did, and mercifully so.
Okay,
I'll tell you off mic.
Tell me off mic where we saw it.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of things, so it's hard for me to remember.
Honey, you've seen 1,000 faces and you've forgotten them all.
That's probably actually true. Is that a thing?
I hear it.
What
it
is
sounds
that?
like that's from Bon Jovi.
Oh,
I've seen 1,000 faces. And
what? It sounds like we're like fighting. By the way, I did watch the second episode of Scenes from a Marriage right before this episode.
She's trying to drag that into our marriage.
What? I was gonna like make a whole joke.
Wait, that was only the second episode? Yes. Are you kidding me? Oh my God.
It's the remake.
I saw like the last 20 minutes, and based on that, I thought, this is the end of the series.
Paul came in the middle, first of all.
Oh my God.
First of all, I've never seen the original, guys. I'm sorry. And I do kind of am now intrigued now. But they're doing this remake of it on HBO with Jessica Chastain and Oscar Isaacs, who, by the way, are very good actors. Like, they're so lovely and emotive and smart and great to watch. I have to say, though, Paul walked in at the end and he was like, what is this? And it seemed kind of spooky, like what I was watching. Because there was like spooky
when I walked
music.
in, you couldn't see the actors. And so I couldn't tell what show it was.
Yeah. Wait, am I allowed to spoil some? I mean, I can spoil a remake, right?
I mean, skip ahead. I don't know, because I don't know how faithful a remake it is, but I would say skip ahead 30 seconds if you're worried about spoilers for Scenes from a Marriage.
Also, it's not very plot driven. There's stuff that happens, but that's not the point of it.
Yeah.
To be honest.
It's just scenes.
So Paul comes in. I'm like, okay, I'm interested in watching this. I know he's not. He was doing something else. So I was like, I'm going to get this in real quick. Well, I have the chance.
For your horrible husband.
And this thing is like so fucking intense. So he comes in and he's like, what are you watching? And it's like all spooky looking for a second. And then he's like, oh, I see what it is. And I was like, okay, so this happened and this happened. And, this is what's happening. Mm-hmm. And all right, skip it. Keep skipping ahead. If you don't want this vote. I was like, she just told him she's in love with somebody from work. And is like, she's out. Like, she's donezo. And like, he's like, what? Like, he's blindsided. And he's like, don't be donezo. Like, this is big. This is like major. Like, we're good. We can.
That's the tagline of the show, by the way, is don't be donezo.
We can fix this. And then they show him in the bathroom. By the way, that's why their marriage failed. They should not be sharing bathroom situations like that.
We've never done it. And we never will.
I mean, like, if the door is open and you're in the shower and you're like, hand me a towel.
Shower is one thing.
Well, and they didn't show that. But they kind of implied, like, these people use the bathroom in front of each other. Didn't you think they implied that with that?
I wasn't paying that close attention. But I did hear her ask for the towel. And I thought, if my wife told me our marriage is over because I'm in love with someone else, I wouldn't hand her the towel.
He didn't just think it, guys. He said it.
Yeah, I said it.
So she goes, can you hand me the towel? And he hands her the towel. And Paul's like, if you told me you were in love with someone, I would not hand you that towel.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. Duly noted. By the way, maybe Also, I don't know where this thing is going because I didn't see the original. It feels dated already because, which is fine. I mean, it's fine. It's just that it's set in modern times.
Do you know, why does it feel dated to you? Because I'll tell you why it feels dated to me.
The reason it feels dated to me is because I believe that people of these characters, like the education, they're like intellectuals. Like he's like this, oh my God.
What?
The TV behind you just flashed Midnight Mass. It was off, and then it just came up Midnight Mass, and like a scary face was on it. I fucking am not kidding you. I am not kidding you. That fucking like
Mike Flanagan, message received.
Scared me so bad. Was that viral marketing for it? Like they haunt your fucking TV?
Oh, that would be. Like I'd have to give it up.
Like you literally can't turn it off.
Yeah,
like they're like, oh, we did like a street marketing thing where we
then they have to apologize on
rigged
Twitter.
people's TVs to never turn off.
Rigged people's TVs.
Okay, the reason I think is so he's like this. He's like an intellectual. She's like a high powered, like business person, and they kind of exist in this level of intellect, I guess, is my point. And it feels dated because I don't feel like they would end a marriage that people of today's world in 2021 with this type of education level, access to resources, blah, 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 would not end they just wouldn't end a marriage in one night.
Right.
Like that, because her whole thing is like, oh my God, people need to be fast forwarding longer than 30. We should put in the description, like, there's an entire spoiler section on, okay. But like, essentially, she's basically like saying like she feels suffocated in the marriage and she's never told him that.
Right.
She never told him, and therefore then she was unhappy for months and became kind of open and vulnerable to an infidelity.
Right. Okay.
So that's my thing, is that would never have played out in 2021 in that way. Am I wrong?
I mean, I get what you're saying. I think it's still possible, but I think why it feels dated to me is probably is part of why it feels dated to you, in that this kind of storytelling, like we're just going to show you literally scenes from a marriage. This is what a marriage is like, and it has this blah, blah, blah.
I see.
And it's like, yeah, well, we've seen that kind of thing. And I mean, I guess at this point you could say it's its own genre of like,
it is.
There's not going to be, there's going to be a lot of mundanity about it, and you're going to see just these people and how they interact with each other and what could happen in a marriage and everything. And it's like, I don't know, it just feels familiar.
I like that genre though. That's my genre.
What is like the best example of it for you?
The Humans I saw on Broadway. I loved it so much that then they brought it back. They did like a traveling version of it here in LA, and I forced you to go.
You forced me to go. I wanted to see it, and I saw it.
Well, I saw it a second time. It's like when I saw Red, and then I made you go to see it here, and it wasn't as good as when I saw it. Both times. Yeah, it was. Nothing was ever as good as it is on Broadway for some reason. Am I wrong?
Well, it also might not be as good as the first time you see it.
That's true.
But when casting changes, it definitely the first cast you see of a show, you definitely have that in mind as that's what the show is.
Well, and the cast wasn't so far off on the Traveling Humans, and Alfred Molina still was in Red when we saw it. It just wasn't Edward, what was his name?
Scissorhands?
Wouldn't it be funny if Edward Scissorhands originated Eddie Redmayne?
Edwards.
What if Edward Scissorhands was a Broadway actor? He really disappears.
He's a real guy.
He really disappears in the role. I will say they had to make when he's painting the Rothko painting, he had to put on like giant fake hands over the blades.
But you saw Eddie Redmayne.
Eddie Redmayne. Yeah. Edward Scissorhands, both his hands are scissors hands?
Yeah.
So there's not
He's not
one.
Edward Scissorhand.
Like Parks and Rec. He's not Parks and Rec. He's Parks and Recs. He's Rex.
That's right.
He's like, so wait, watch a revival of Red with Alfred Molina and Edward Scissorhands. It's a two-hander. It's a two-scissor-hander. It's a
two-scissor-hander. We got to take a break on that one. We'll be back after some ads.
I love BetterHelp because BetterHelp allows you to talk to someone and work out your issues, and you're never alone. So if there's something interfering with your happiness or preventing you from achieving your goals, I personally have benefited so much from talking to a therapist. I don't know how to articulate it, but for some reason, just having a neutral party that's very well educated about human issues has been very beneficial to me. So BetterHelp will assess your needs and match you with your own licensed professional therapist. You can start communicating with someone in under 48 hours. It's not a crisis line. It's not self-help. It's professional counseling done securely online. And I've been doing therapy since the beginning of the pandemic, all online. So for me, I totally can endorse this method of doing things, which I think opens up a whole new world to people looking to talk to someone. There's a broad range of expertise available, which may not be locally available in many areas. The service is available for clients worldwide. You can log in anytime, send a message to your counselor, and you'll get timely and thoughtful responses. And you can schedule weekly video or phone sessions so you won't ever have to sit in an uncomfortable waiting room. BetterHelp is committed to facilitating great therapeutic matches, and they can make it easy and free to change counselors if you don't find a match right off the bat. It's more affordable than traditional offline counseling, and financial aid is available. BetterHelp wants you to start living a happier life today. So visit their website to read their testimonials that are posted daily. Go to BetterHelp, that's BetterHelp.com/homekins to get 10% off your first month. That is a special offer for our listeners. BetterHelp.com/homekins. That's HELP.com. All right, take advantage. It's a good deal.
Spoons! Oh, good God, y'all. What if they're magic? That's what I'm going to talk about. Hey, everybody. Magic spoon. Growing up, cereal, one of the best parts of being a kid. That and going under turnstiles. But you can't eat cereal forever. Kids' cereals, they're full of sugar and junk that we can't eat. We're like zoo animals. It's harmful. We're on a very special diet. But guess what? Now you can recapture those glory days of being a child and not having a job by eating Magic Spoon cereal. Cut down on your carbs, sugar, unhealthy food with Magic Spoon. 0 grams of sugar, 13 to 14 grams of protein, only 4 net grams of carbs in each serving, only 140 calories a serving. It's keto-friendly, gluten-free, grain-free, soy-free, and low-carb? Everything I'm saying is true. I was mocking you by making my voice go up in incredulity. Build your own box alert. You can build your own box of Magic Spoon, and available flavors for your custom bundle are cocoa, fruity, frosted, peanut butter, blueberry, cinnamon, cookies and cream, and maple waffle. Guess what?
What?
Cookies and cream maple waffle. 2 of the most popular flavors.
What?
They've just been brought back permanently.
Goink.
They put them in the Disney vault and then they said, they don't belong in there. This is just cereal. When these flavors were first introduced for a limited time, they sold out extremely quickly. Magic Spoon, I think, they're being modest. They sold out immediately. When they say extremely quickly, I think they're just trying to be cute. These cereals sold out right away.
They're like hotcakes, but they're not hotcakes. They're Magic Spoon cereal.
If Magic Spoon would make a hotcake cereal, I'd be in heaven.
If they made hotcake flavor.
Go to magicspoon.com/homekins to grab a custom bundle of cereal and try it today. And be sure to use our promo code HOMEKINS at checkout to save $5 off your order. And Magic Spoon is so confident in their product. Ooh, I love this kind of sexy cockiness. It is backed with a 100% happiness guarantee. You're not going to get that in a relationship. So if you don't like it for any reason, Magic Spoon will refund your money, no questions asked. They don't need to know why. That's your business. Remember, get your next delicious bowl of guilt-free cereal at magicspoon.com/homekins and use the code HOMEKINS to save $5 off. Thank you, Magic Spoon. Alaska Airlines, it's like Alaska in the air. Hey, you can have that, guys, if you want it, Alaska Airlines. Alaska Airlines, they are your go-to when it's time to go. And they have a special airfare discount for Stay F Homekins listeners, so stay tuned to the rest of this ad, which just started. Alaska has the most nonstops from the West Coast, serving more than 120 destinations across the United States, Mexico, Canada, Costa Rica, and Belize. Alaska's commitment to next-level care ensures a higher standard of cleanliness and safety throughout your entire journey. On board, you can expect fresh fare in the air. Fun. Free texting, seat back power. I don't know what that means, but it's exciting. Non-stop entertainment, touch-free transactions, and so much more. I can't get past seatback power. Watch the perks fly in with Alaska's Mileage Plan, the most rewarding loyalty program in the sky, with members earning miles 30% faster than other U.S. airlines based on average economy fare and trip length. And now, as part of the One World Alliance, you can earn and redeem Alaska miles to more than 1,000 destinations worldwide. Ready to get on island time? Respect my neck. Get 5% off your next Hawaiian vacation with this exclusive offer. Ooh, I was so close, but it's Hawaii. Mahalo. Just use discount code ECMD812 to save on flights to Honolulu or Maui. That is discount code, not coat. There's no discount code. ECMD812 to save on flights to Honolulu or Maui. The code is good for travel from October 1st to October 14th, 2021. When you're ready to land a low fare, next level care, and the best experience in the air, visit alaskaair.com and use discount code ECMD812. ECMD812. And they're waiting for you, B-52s. And you save 5% off your next Hawaiian vacation. Thanks, Alaska Air.
If you know me, you know I like to save money, okay? And we all shop online, all right? So let me tell you about Honey. We've all seen that promo code field taunt us at checkout. I don't know about you, but sometimes I'll go on a little hunt for a promo code so that I can try to save money on a purchase. But guess what? Thanks to Honey, manually searching for coupon codes is a thing of the past. Put that in the past. Honey is a free browser extension that scours the internet for promo codes and applies the best one it finds to your cart. Supports over 30,000 stores online. Like stuff with tech or gaming products or fashion brands that are popular or food delivery. So here's how it works. Imagine you're shopping on one of your favorite sites. Do you have the image in your head? When you check out, the Honey button drops down like manna from heaven. And all you have to do is click Apply Coupons. Wait a few seconds as Honey searches for coupons it can find for that site. If Honey finds a working coupon, you're going to watch the prices drop, okay? I personally saved money by using Honey on a pair of shoes. I'm not going to lie, that I've been wearing every day to walk in because I'm trying to be healthy. I saved $15, okay? So, Honey has found over 17 million members, over 2 billion, that's billion. Hey, you know what's cool? Not $2 million, $2 billion in savings, okay? If you don't already have Honey, you could be straight up missing out on free savings. It's literally free and installs in a few seconds. And by getting it, you'll be doing yourself a solid in supporting this podcast, which is called Stay F Homekins. So get Honey for free and join honey.com/homekins. That is join honey.com/homekins to let them know you love us, but you also love saving money. Okay? Go to honey.com/homekins.
We're back.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, guys.
Oh my God. By the way, I didn't quite get to put the tag on the scenes from a marriage thing that I was saying is that...
Do people have to fast forward again?
No, just that this podcast is our scenes from a marriage. That's all I was going to say.
So true.
That's all I was going to say.
So true.
That's not a spoiler, is it?
No.
Do you think Ingmar Bergman, is it a he or a she?
A he.
If he were still alive, would be fascinated by stayfhomekins enough to...
I think if Ingmar Bergman came back today, he would never stop throwing up.
Why would he not stop?
That's a reference to Max von Sydow, who was in some Bergmar films.
Bergmar is like Benifer, like he's dating his last name, and so we just made a portmanteau. It's like
We didn't do anything. I made a mistake. I didn't realize I was doing that.
What do you mean?
Ingmar Bergman, right? And what was I saying? Bergmar?
Yeah.
He's his own celebrity.
He's his own celebrity couple. Celebrity couple.
Yes, I'm Ingmar Bergman. You may call me Bergmar. It's okay. Everyone does it. I didn't realize I did that.
Okay.
Bergmar.
Boy, we're having a scene from a marriage tonight.
Boy, it's a regular scene from a marriage in here.
By the way, today was a lot of scenes from a marriage.
Was it? We went to the movies. We saw the Shang-Chi and the 10 Rings.
Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi?
Shang-Chi. Yes.
Okay, Shang-Chi.
That's what he said. You had to go to the bathroom when he explained his name. He did a whole thing.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not kidding.
And you didn't tell me?
Well, I didn't know.
I had his name all wrong. I didn't hear the explanation.
He had a whole scene on the airplane, like an intimate scene. They tried to write some comedy into it. Listen.
Action movie comedy is not the best. Everyone tried their best. I will say that.
Here's the deal. I liked the people in the film. Like, I thought it was our comic book movies for me is the question.
Have you ever seen one that you liked?
Well, that's a loaded question in a way because it's not like I dislike them.
Well, have you ever seen one that you thought, apart from just the genre, that was a good movie? Or that's not fair either. Have you ever seen one that you really enjoyed, like, wow, that was a lot of fun?
I guess they're all kind of fun, except for like the extra 20 minutes they all have.
I know. There's always fun in there, but they always feel like a little too long.
They're for kids. I mean,
not these days.
Maybe
kids at heart.
Name some because I'm forgetting some.
Did you ever see like Iron Man or?
I saw it with you.
Did we see Iron Man together?
Did we see it with Phil and we waited and saw Samuel L. Jackson in the credits and all that?
That sounds familiar. That feels like a million years ago now.
No, okay. Robert Downey Jr., he's fun. I'm sorry. He is kind of fun.
Yeah.
But these are all like very forgettable, multi-million-dollar entertainments.
Yeah.
Like they just not like things that stick with me where I'm like, oh, wow, I'm really impacted by this movie.
Yeah. I mean, I think that...
I'm a drag tonight. All right.
No,
I'm sorry being a drag.
No,
because I'm like, I don't like everything that everybody likes.
No, that's not true. But they're very popular films, but I'm not like a big I'm not like a big superhero movie person. I'll go and see them and I can enjoy stuff in them, but I'm not like, oh my God, I can't wait for the next Avengers movie or something, you know?
Like, okay, fine. When I was a kid, maybe like Wonder Woman was the closest when I was a kid because like Linda Carty. Yeah. And I had the Underoos. But it wasn't like maybe Bionic Woman.
Sure. That counts.
I had the Bionic Woman doll.
I had the $6 Million Man doll.
Sure. My brother had that.
Yeah. You could see through his eye.
Yeah, and you could take the thing off
up.
the arm of the bionic woman.
Yeah.
I don't know. It wasn't my jam, I guess. Look, they're all like, they look amazing. There was a lot in that movie, the one we saw today. Mm-hmm. Like this made up animals, like the CGI made up animals.
Yeah.
Were really cool looking.
The big dragons.
Those big fluffy dragons, the four-legged dragons were like fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Those things are awesome.
Yeah. There's always a point, like, my thing with them is I can enjoy a lot of them, but when it gets too CGI, it takes me out of it.
And the fight choreography was obviously beautiful.
This one was yes, because it was like
beautiful,
real, kung fu stuff. It was like it was great.
Dance, like
it was beautiful.
Yeah. What's your favorite? Do you have? Is there any one that you like? Kind of walk away and think, oh.
Do you know what? I liked those Tim Burton Batman movies. I thought they were fun because they weren't so deadly serious.
Which ones were those? When you say the Tim Burton,
Michael Keaton,
were they not all the same? Oh,
no. He only did the first two. He did of that era. He did Batman with Michael Keaton and Jack Nicholson as the Joker, and then Batman Returns, which was Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman, Danny DeVito as the Penguin.
Which is the one that had Kim Basinger as Vicky Vale?
That was the first one, Batman.
That one was good.
Yeah.
Remember that Vicky Vale? Vicky Vale.
Of course.
It was like a Prince song or something, right?
Yes, he did the soundtrack.
Vicky Vale?
Party Man.
Vicky
Absolutely.
Vale? Yeah. I had the soundtrack.
Yeah.
Yeah, people had a little more fun back then.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
That, to me, it was, that movie it gave it the most seriousness that it deserves. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like then the Christopher Nolan Batman movies were like, this isn't a real guy. Why are we treating this like he's a historical figure or something?
Is that the Christian Bates one or something?
Christian Bale, yeah.
Oh, Christian Bale.
You know who he is. You've never said that before.
Today's the day we're saying the wrong.
This is a weird day. Yeah, this is a weird day.
Wait, but I didn't want to say the thing when we were at the movies. You came back and asked the question, and I answered your question, but you were asking a different question, and then we started laughing so hard, tears were running down.
Oh my God.
I had like the church giggles.
We had church giggles over a very slight confusion.
It was like a stupid thing.
Oh.
He was like asking me something about something outside the movie.
Yeah.
And I thought he was asking me something about the movie, and I was like...
I said, are they still there? Which meant something entirely different. Was not talking about the movie.
Something that, like, yeah, and
then Janie said, they're training.
They're still training.
And I said, what?
I'm like, they're learning. And then you were like...
yeah, you said training twice. And then you went, learning. Like, I didn't understand what
we were wearing masks.
I know.
And whispering.
It was so
it was
good.
Like,
it was like, for you, it must have been like, why doesn't he understand what training means?
I thought you thought I was saying like trailing or something. I didn't know what you thought. And then you went, that's not what I meant. And then you started, and then I started shaking, laughing so hard. Tears were rolling down my eyes. And then you were like, good. I want to go home. And because I thought we were going to eat.
After the movie.
I was like,
just so people know. I wasn't like, after that misunderstanding, I wanted to get out of the movie.
And then I was so hungry. And then we're almost home. And I'm like thinking about like what I can eat at home. Mm-hmm. And then as we're like about to turn near our street, you're like, should we go to the store? And I was like, eventually. Sure. We do need things in the house. Yeah, we do. And you're like, why are you mad at me? And I'm like, I'm so fucking hungry. I thought we were going to eat after the movie. And you wanted to go home because you had work to do and blah, blah, blah. But then later on, this is why Bergman doesn't know what he's talking.
Exactly.
Bergmar.
This is S from an M. Bergie.
The Berg. The Berg. Bergman.
Iceberg.
Bergman. Making copies.
Oh my God.
Wait. So anyway, I was so hungry. And then later on, I went on a walk. This is a crazy day. I had to go on a walk. Then I come back, and then he's all like grump-a-dump. And I'm like...
What's grump-a-dump? I got really tired.
And then I was like, what is your deal? And And you're like, there's nothing wrong with me or something. And I was like, why are you yelling at me? And you're like, because you were in the other room.
Here's what happened. We were trying to figure out something that we needed to do. And I said, I'm going to do this because I'm going to do these two things first. And you went, what? I was in the bedroom. You were in the living room.
By the way, I just want to state for the record, I have auditory processing issues and you cannot talk to me from other rooms. Carry on.
Okay. Even though you do it to me all the time. And you're looking for a response, which is a weird thing for someone with auditory issues to do. So I repeat myself.
Fine.
And she goes, what again? Which, by the way, should be our family crest. That should be our family motto.
Scene from a marriage.
What?
Scene from a marriage. What?
That's so much of married life.
You want to know what marriage is? What?
So she asked me, she said, what a second time. So the third time, I yelled it, but she had come into the room.
Behind him.
And then said, why are you yelling
at me?
Oh, honey, what a day we had.
I'm going to spit out my weekend water right now. I'm going to spit it out. I was like, and then you were like, I thought you were in the other room. Whatever. And then I was like, what? Fine. Oh my God. There was so much going on emotionally. Let's just say emotionally. There was a lot going on emotionally.
But then look.
But yesterday I had a very emotional day.
Yeah.
I was very emotional. Mm-hmm. And then we went over to Scott and Clubs. And then I was like, I don't know. Just I would drink some wine. And I had some wine at their house. And it was great.
Yes, it was. We had a very nice night with our friends. And then I
got to meet Sean Diston for the first time. We're only friends online.
Yeah. I was happy about that.
And then you took a nap, and then you were not, and then
I was nice again.
You were nice again.
The Mr. Hyde potion wore off.
We had to, so sometimes if you're feeling mean or whatever, you gotta be put in the nice oven and set to bake. And then you bake.
Oh my God.
You preheat the oven to nice, hit start. Then when it dings, you put yourself in the oven, then you bake yourself on nice. And then when the time is up, you pull yourself out, shake yourself out with hot pads, and then you're nice again. I mean, anybody.
How are you supposed
not
to pull
just
yourself
you.
out of the oven?
The person who says you need to go in the nice oven puts you in the oven.
Okay. You willingly, but after you submit, you say, yes, I give you permission to put me in the nice oven.
This is how it goes. First of all, okay, I'm going to put you
Everybody get a pen.
I'm going to put you in the
Open up your notes. This is how we're doing it.
I'm going to put you in the nice oven.
Okay.
But don't be nice. Need to be in the nice oven.
Shut up.
Oh, you need to be baked in the nice oven. Just sit here for a minute. I'm going to turn it on. Preheat to nice.
No, the person has to agree. If you're going to put somebody
No, you don't need to agree. There's no agreeing.
Here's what I'm saying.
There's no agreeing.
I don't want to cut off the metaphor. But I'm saying
if you were having an insulin attack and I needed to give you insulin, would you ask for consent? Or if your heart medicine, you needed your epinephrine or whatever the fuck.
And this is the same as not being nice.
Yes.
But I'm saying I knew that I was grumpy and I took a nap. I told you I'm very tired.
Okay, but...
So I put myself in the, quote, nice oven.
No, I mean the real oven.
Okay, that's what I was afraid of. That's why I was afraid you were not accepting my nap analogy because you meant a real oven.
You shouldn't have said that when I took a drink of water because it was about to come out. When are we allowed to say the thing?
Let's say it right now.
But was it enough?
Yeah, it's fine.
Was it enough? Did you?
We still have to, you're worried we don't have anything to talk about.
I'm not worried about that.
Oh, okay.
I'm worried that you're gonna say.
We're halfway through our second segment.
You're always putting me in the
driver's
shut
seat.
up oven.
I wish.
You're like, I preheated the oven to shut the fuck up.
People are going to think that people are going to get such a bad image of me from this podcast because you're like, Paul said I was allowed to say this. I don't give you permission to say things.
I can be hyperbolic. That's what it's like to be from the South. You just like go overboard and you're like, oh my God, he told me I wasn't allowed to do this or that.
Girl's going to get hyperbolic in that Piggly Wiggly tonight.
That's how we talk. Like we go down, like when we're down there, like it's not, it's like not normal talk.
A whole new world.
By the way, okay. I know I recommended the Murdoch family. First of all, I said the name wrong. People got confused because there's a lot of Murdoch family podcasts now.
Sure.
But
about this specific family or about various Murdoch families?
This specific
family. They really hit the big time. They made it.
No, Paul.
Congrats, murderers.
Paul.
Let's have a ball.
You have no fucking idea about this crime, bumpkin, rich, white supremacy, fucking...
It's true, I don't.
Good old boy, cronyism, patriarchal. You have no fucking idea, okay? Because it keeps getting crazier. Basically, it's like... Okay, how many dead bodies now are sort of like part of their existence? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 so far. 5 so far. Okay. But it keeps getting like more and more messed up because it just came out this week. First of all, the feds are now involved.
Oh boy.
Basically, the newest information is how they cheated this. I can't even.
Wait. Before you get into that, you started talking about this because you wanted to recommend the specific podcast that you're listening to, right?
The OG is hosted by Mandy Matney. It's the one hosted by Mandy Matney. Okay. And it's a quirky little podcast because she's a journalist. She's not an
QLP.
She's not an entertainer.
Right.
Does that make sense? Like she's just someone with a journalism degree that is trying to investigate this. And it's been breaking news after breaking news after breaking news. So there was this plot on The Good Fight like 2 seasons ago where like they were like, oh, these court cases aren't being recorded or something. And I was like, that's crazy. But that show gets crazy.
It shows bananas.
Like, it gets crazy.
Yeah.
And there's like a secret court, blah, blah, blah. Come to find out, these Murdoch motherfuckers who like are the law in this town, like the solicitors or whatever, they were like running all these schemes and having like secret cases, like things that were not, especially they defrauded this housekeeper they had for 30 years, died on their property. That's crazy in and of itself because it's like it was recorded as a natural causes, but it was not and everything. It's so layered. But my point is, it's not just them. It's the judges. It's the prosecutors. It's the this. It's the that. It's the cops. It's the this and that. And it is blowing the fuck up in this podunk South Carolina region. And shit is coming down. Like the patriarchy is getting ripped.
In this tiny town.
It's not just that. I mean, it's not that tiny, I don't think.
Where is it again?
Like an hour outside of Charleston.
Okay. In South Carolina?
Yes.
Wow.
And this guy is now saying he's addicted and had to go to rehab, but basically he's just trying to avoid jail probably because he knows how to like get out of things. He's been like defrauding people and most likely He's the one who killed the wife. And y'all have to get caught up on this shit. Mm-hmm. I thought that it's made national news now. It's in the New York Times, CNN, da-da-da. There was a Slate article recently that's like a primer on it. Paul totally checked out in the middle of this conversation. You're not into this one?
I'm fine. Why do you say that?
I don't know.
Because I yawned?
It's because you yawned like a few times.
I'm tired, honey. Don't call attention to yawns on mic.
I didn't call attention to yawns. You called attention to yawns.
Because you...
I never said the word yawn.
True.
You're from Philly. You're supposed to say John.
I had a huge yawn. I was so tired that I yawned.
What does John even mean? I don't even know what it means.
John is an all-purpose term.
I know, like aloha.
No. No, you don't like greet people like John. It's like an all-purpose word. But here, the thing about John is it was a slang term that evolved after I left Philadelphia. I moved here in 1994, and that became slang well after I left. That was not always around. I
couldn't use it in a sentence. Get your John jaws.
Get your John jaws?
I don't get what it means. Tell me how to say it.
It's like it's almost like thing. Right? It's almost like the word thing. It's like an all-purpose noun, essentially. Look at this, John.
What am I looking at?
Look at this, John.
That's a glass.
Yeah, there you go.
Why is that a John?
It's just, you just decide to say it instead of the word.
Okay.
But it can also be...
Okay.
Like a sort of situation like there's an ad that runs during Phillies games. I think it's for Chicky and Pete's. And they say, if you bring this in, the first John is on us. That means like your first order. The first, whatever is on us. Why are you staring at me?
Because I'm not staring. I'm just learning.
You're angrily learning.
This is how I learn.
This is the weirdest.
Are you going to put me in the oven?
I
don't want to go in the nice oven.
I bet you don't.
I don't want to be in the oven. That was a bad idea.
Hoist on your own petard. Hoist by your own petard?
I don't even. John.
Hoist by your own John.
Your own John. 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 Okay, we get to finally announce the thing. Listen, don't be upset with us.
First, we're announcing our marriage is fine.
Don't be upset with us. We watched scenes from a marriage. He said I couldn't fall in love with someone and ask for a towel. That's how this day started.
That's the kind of guy I am. That's how the day started. That was like an hour ago. That was right before we did the podcast. That's how the day started. Okay. Oh, Janie has checked out of this conversation.
I didn't yawn.
See?
10 times.
See, that doesn't mean I'm checked out of the conversation.
Okay, it means you're oxygen deprived.
How about that? You say, oh, Paul is so oxygen deprived, rather than make it out like I'm like looking at my phone or something.
Oh my God. If you were looking at your phone, I would have said you were looking at your phone.
Yeah, no kidding. All right. We are very happy to announce, if anyone is still listening, we're very happy to announce that our friends at Kinship Goods, our partners at Kinship Goods, they got some new merch coming up for Stay at Homekins.
Stay at Homekins merch.
This stuff is better than the podcast.
Definitely better.
They have, here's what's coming.
This is the most exciting.
And by the way, as you're listening to this, it's up now. It's available now. So you can go get this stuff right now.
Go to kinshipgoods.com. Go to the Stay of Homekins section.
They have new glasses like rocks glasses, weekend water. It says it on there.
I
They're
got
beautiful.
one right now.
Janie's got one right now. New t-shirts featuring the 5th character, Cuckoo.
Cuckoo.
There's a great t-shirt that is a cuckoo clock with a cuckoo coming out, and the cuckoo has 2 heads that are our heads.
It's a double-headed cuckoo.
It's great. There is,
and
my
it
God.
says Day of Homekins. It's Cuckoo.
That's right. There is a lapel pin. Well, I shouldn't say. I wear them on my lapel. There's an enamel
pin. You can put
pin.
the pin anywhere. You can put it on your denim jacket. You can put it on your purse. You can put it on your...
There's an enamel pin that says,
Y'all.
It comes on a great card with the Piggly Wiggly Pig.
And it says, them girls are going to get a little trouble tonight.
It's great. All the packaging is great, too.
Which is a Day of Homekins staple.
And I'm very excited about this. This is a Halloween version of our Y'all t-shirt.
It's a limited edition.
Limited edition t-shirt, sweatshirt. It's the Piggly Wiggly Pig, and he is scary as hell.
He's all like a vampire.
He's like a Dracula. He's got sharp green nails.
And it's Halloween themed.
Yeah.
Like the colors.
Yeah.
Of the
It looks
theme.
great.
It is so awesome. I'm so excited about it.
Yeah.
When Kinship Goods told us about it and showed us the design, I was like, I didn't think it was real.
They really surprised us.
I didn't think it was real. I was like, is this a joke? And they're like, no, it's a limited edition.
It's so
Halloween Stay of Homekins. And it comes in both the sweatshirt and the t-shirt. Mm-hmm. And it's on kinshipgoods.com. It's so cute. And it's only available through October.
That's right.
Because of the holiday.
If you like us,
it's
and you like the spooky season.
After Halloween, you can't.
That's right. You're shit out of luck.
Oh, and by the way, we might be, not promising anything, dropping some Halloween watch-along.
That's right. Should we just say?
Oh, I wasn't, and I was looking, I didn't know I was supposed to say it.
Let's just say it. We're going to do
Halloween.
We're going to do 4 Halloween movie watch-alongs.
One for each week of October.
One for each week of October.
We don't know what the movies are yet, but we're discussing it.
But they will be, there might be some classics, some new ones, whatever, but they're going to be spooky movies for the spooky season. So maybe it's a movie you've seen a million times before, but you can watch it again with us.
Yes. So watch your feed. Refresh your feed.
Refresh your feeds, everyone. Refresh ye your feeds.
What I think is so cool about October, though, is that you can get a limited edition Stay of Homekins Halloween shirt or sweatshirt to wear.
Yeah.
While you're queuing up a Stay of Homekins watch along.
That's right. Maybe you live in a chilly place.
And maybe we'll get in a fight again.
On a watch along? That would be bad.
If you, no, not on watch along. I'd say if you told me you were in love with someone and asked me to hand you the towel, it would be hard for me to hand you the towel.
Honey, there's no way you're handing me that fucking towel.
You know me a little.
Yeah, I think I do.
Also, I would not just not hand you the towel.
You'd put the towel somewhere even further away.
I feel like it would be a drama. Like I'd be like, here's your fucking towel. And then I would take like the deodorant on the counter and throw it at you.
Here's your fucking towel and you throw the deodorant.
Well, the towel wouldn't make as much of a statement if I threw the towel.
Here's what I would do.
Because if I threw the towel, I'm handing you the towel.
No, of course. But you could throw it someplace away from me. And it would still have the same effect.
Fucked up.
Well, you're going to throw deodorant at me? That's not fucked up?
No, that's okay.
If you asked...
I wouldn't aim it at you.
If you told me that you love someone else and our marriage was suffocating and you never told me...
And FYI, I need a shower.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, I need to take a shower after this.
And you asked me to hand you the towel, I would say, sure. I'm going to put it right over here. And I would put it in the toilet and flush the toilet. And then I'd leave you to deal with all of that.
If I said I'm in love with someone else, I would leave dirty. I wouldn't take a shower.
That's the decent thing to do.
To me, that's like messed up.
That's the decent thing to do. Yeah. Because did she get on a plane right away?
She was going away with her lover.
Immediately.
Yeah.
Like she told him and then she's like, and here I go. By the way, spoilers.
By the way.
Revisited this out of nowhere.
Like, I think we should just name, you know what we should name this episode?
What?
Scenes from a Marriage Spoilers. Because the whole fucking thing,
I agree,
is a giant spoiler for episode 2.
Honey, I think
only episode 2, by the way.
True.
We have not seen the whole.
I can't believe that's episode 2.
How many are there?
There better be 2. All right. Do you have any recommendations? I take you don't. All right. I don't think I do either, except Shang-Chi and the 10 Rings was fun.
It was fine.
We went in the afternoon, we saw a movie.
I thought it was fun.
Yeah. Tonight, Midnight Mass, I can't wait.
I can't wait for our watch-alongs. I can't wait for the new merch. I can't wait. Tomorrow's another day. This is not our best.
Honey, I love you.
I love you. You don't watch Scenes from a Marriage before seeing
before
people.
Doing a marriage podcast.
Yeah, before seeing anyone, because you'll
before seeing anyone.
Because you're gonna be like agitated.
Yeah.
You're gonna be like, fuck you for falling in love with someone else and asking me for a towel. You know?
Yeah, I agree. All right. We'll be back in a couple weeks. So enjoy the watch along.
Please keep staying safe. Keep your,
Yeah. Take care of yourself.
Keep your stuff going on.
This is not over. Be careful. And until we talk to you again, stay safe, stay sane, and stay strong.